got 20 on the jukebox. Come on.
She only dances a cowboy song. She let her get lost in the moment. She come alive when the neon's on. She don't wanna leave till it's closing. So I got a 20 on the jukebox till it's closing.
What?
So I got a 20 on the jukebox. So I got a 20 on the jukebox to keep it playing. Anything that sounds like Waylon. Right here's where I'll be staying all night long. She only dances to cowboy songs. Grab your phone and let's get keen. I got 5 on messing with that.
One thing me and James Jackson never said. We never said to lock Turtle Boy up, right, James Jackson? We never said that. We always said free TB for sure. What's up, brother? How you doing, James Jackson? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, yeah, absolutely. We spoke about this, time after time, and it was something that, we just don't believe in something like that. If it was serious.
We got 20 on the jukebox, people. We're about to spin that back, man. Go ahead, man. We got goals in different area codes. Go ahead and populate them. James Jackson, JFK, we are here. We're going to go over it. We're going to break it down. We're going to see where they're saying, the state of Massachusetts saying that Aiden Kearney, a.k.a. Turtle Boy, was zoning in on the witness intimidation charge, all the other stuff. Please save the drama for your mama. We got 20 on the jukebox. We only listening to that cowboy shit tonight.
But you love this place, and I gotta find her. And I don't smoke, but she does when she drinks. So I got a lot of her. And I like whiskey, she like tequila. So I take one to bowl. So just in case she walks in, I'll be good and go. She only dances a cowboy song. She let her get lost in the moment. And she come alive when the neon's on. She don't wanna leave till it's closing. So I got a 20 on the jukebox to keep it playing. Anything that sounds like Waylon. Right here's where I'll be staying all night long. Cause she only dances to cowboy songs. Much, but she love this place. And I gotta find her. And I don't smoke, but she does when she drinks. So I got a lot of her. And I like whiskey, she like tequila. So I take one to bowl. So just in case she walks in, I'll be good and go.
Come on, y'all.
She only dances a cowboy song. She let her get lost in the moment. And she come alive when the neon's on. She don't wanna leave till it's closing. So I got a 20 on the jukebox to keep it playing. Anything that sounds like Waylon. Right here's where I'll be staying all night long. Cause she only dances to cowboy songs.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too. Yeah.
Law Wifey, thank you so much. We got goals in different area codes. Go ahead and populate them right now. If you want to be involved in a conversation, go ahead and populate them goals and let's get the conversation moving. Remember, turbulence in the chat keeps the plane rocking. James Jackson, how we doing, my brother? Mike check, you there, brother?
I'm here. Hold on, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
You can hear me, good.
So I'll start it off like this with this little monologue. Who is Turtle Boy? Turtle Boy back in 2019 finally showed his face. Prior to that, he did blogs in the Boston area, Massachusetts, and he wrote blogs. Some of them were one-sided. Some of them were very controversial, but he had an idea. He had a hustle. You can't knock a man's hustle, first and foremost, right, James Jackson?
It's not something that we were brought up to do. Kind of build each other up, more or less.
2019, he decides to show his face. Decides to say, hey, you know what? I'm the guy. I'm Turtle Boy. I'm the one that's stirring all this shit up. He got some people down with him. They're characters that are in this movement. You take a look around. One of them, they call her Kate Peters. Some people call her something else, but she came from the Turtle Boy cloth. There was another cat named Brett, his co-host. Very controversial people. They had an idea. He had a vision. What he used to do was, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, he would do live streams and he would talk a whole bunch of controversial things. Free speech, that's his whole thing. First Amendment, 5 elements to the free speech. Some people didn't like it. He said he was an award-winning journalist. Some people say he's one-sided. But in the end, it was all a hustle. Satire, as Mr. Aiden Kearney would say. And you know what? It is what it is. This is how it all goes down. So he shows his face. He starts doing live streaming. Live streaming is different than podcasting, right, James Jackson?
Absolutely.
Very different than podcasting. No filter.
No filter, freestyle, straight from the dome. Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no better way to explain it than what James Jackson just said. Freestyle, straight from the dome. Would you believe it? And what he did was, whatever he was going over in his live streams, he would get everybody hyped up, the Turtle Riders, and he would say, listen, keep donating to the cause, and then at the end of the show, I will drop a freestyle. Would you believe it? He would drop bars.
He would.
He would drop bars, man. And whatever, depending on how much money was donated, when he reached his goal, so to speak, he would go in and he would spit bars. And he was on fire. And this was his goal, man. Dave Portnoy had Barstool Sports. Started out as a writer. Turtle Boy, same thing. Turtle Boy Sports, right? Wrote blogs, same situation. TB, hey, I'll kick a rap. I'll kick a rhyme at the end of the show. Dave Portnoy, same area, Barstool Sports. I'll do a pizza review. In the end, it's all entertainment. You can hate him. You can love him. You can think he's a piece of shit, whatever your vice might be. But did he intimidate witnesses? This is the question. Did he intimidate any witnesses? Now, as far as I could see, if they would have went inside 34 Fairview and did an investigation, I don't think Turtle Boy would have a case. I don't think Turtle Boy would ever got arrested at all. So if you're going to turn the cheek on TB and you're going to say, I think he belongs in jail because you just want it your way, you're the 6th member of the Backstreet Boys, you can pack it all the way the fuck up. Because we never folded or never bended on that. We know that Karen Reed did not run over John O'Keefe. Every rock that's been turned in the Karen Reed saga all points to one, what should I say, in the direction of one family, one crew, one clique. James Jackson, talk to the people.
I mean, man, the way you just put it, that's it. I mean, does he belong to be charged? If the police had just investigated this and had gone in 34 Fairview when this crime or, when this first happened, I'm sorry, I just, when they went in there and had investigated, like you said, I don't think it would have gone this far. So now here we are. Did he intimidate witnesses? I don't think he did. There's a lot of controversial shit going on. It's the internet, but like you started it off, he had a vision. You and I have always spoke on visions, and that's a good thing, man, to have that. So I'm trying to look at that, look at that part of TV, and just put all the other shit to the side, and just move forward. I mean, he doesn't belong in jail. That's where I stand with it.
No. The people that arrested him, the crew that arrested him, the Massachusetts State Police. Do you want to talk about the Massachusetts State Police for a second? Do you want to talk about the little military base they had over there where they beat up a poor young Dominican recruit? What was his name? James?
Delgado Garcia.
Bingo. R.I.P. Do you want to talk about the other Massachusetts state trooper that was driving down the highway, Soldiers Field Road, and said, whoop, whoop, pull over?
And pull your pants down.
We're just getting started, people. We're just getting started. Let's go.
Don't live much, but you love this place. And I gotta find her. And I don't smoke, but she does when she drinks. So I got a lot of her. And I like whiskey, she like tequila. So I take one to bowl. So just in case she.
And Mars, if you're in the chat tonight, if my Mars are here, let anything go. Please don't time nobody out. People could talk all the shit they want. People could call JFK a clown, James Jackson this. You guys can make new accounts every 5 minutes. You can make accounts with our real names, with our dogs' names, with Santa Claus, whatever your vice might be, you fucking weirdos. Enjoy. Tonight is your night. Tonight is your night. So let them all ride. Let them all ride.
It's a fly for free. Yeah,
so the
man.
question is, did he intimidate witnesses? We started out this thing as Free Karen Reed. And the person who started it and got it out there, regardless of how he got to the dance. Sometimes the way you get to the dance is the way you get to the dance. He was a controversial dude. He did things on the internet. But his satire, his way of doing things got the word out and it caught fire. It caught fire and things go fast. Now, do I agree with everything, the way he handled everything as it went on? No, I don't. But I also know this is not podcasting. This is live streaming. And sometimes things roll out real fast. And I think, based on my opinion and based on my experiences, that's what I think happened. It happened so fast that he didn't have time to filter himself. And he just let it all out. And it is what it is. You got to respect him for it. But the question is he wrong? Was he wrong? And now he has a little say in that. He says TB is right. Now, I can't say he's wrong because I'm on the same side. I believe Karen Reed is factually innocent. Not only is she not guilty by the Commonwealth, aka the common thief, she is not guilty, but she is factually innocent. Right, James Jackson?
Yes, sir. I thought you were still going. Yeah, absolutely, she's innocent. And, I'm sorry, I was just thinking as you were going with that, I was listening to you, man. You was on a roll. But yes, Karen Reed is innocent, 100%.
Now, the question is, if Karen Reed is innocent and she didn't do this crime, then who did it?
Well, that's the question I think we all have. And I think that's what happened in this whole case was we all know what happened to sloppy police work. And now we see what's happening with these text messages that have been released through Proctor. It's like, man, wow. If you didn't think Karen Reed was set up prior to this, and now you see these text messages where he admits to, well, just plant evidence. Oh, man, it's just wild. But
Mo says Karen Reed being innocent has nothing to do with if he crossed the line of the law. Just saying. Well, that's where it gets controversial, and that's where what you're saying is separating two things, right? And that right there is basically their sloppiness. They're taking it out on Turtle Boy. They're not out to seek the truth in Turtle Boy's case. They're out to win. So with that statement that you just made right there, you're basically saying they're out to win. Because if they was about the truth, they would drop Turtle Boy's case and start seeking the truth. Because at that point, they're not witnesses no more. Jen McCabe, 2:27 a.m., How's Long to Die in the Code? Keep in mind, John O'Keefe leaving the waterfall. And let's keep it clear. These two people that you see in this boxes right now, this box, JFK, James Jackson, when you think about the waterfall, there's only two names you can bring up, and that's JFK and James Jackson. We go down the waterfall a lot, and tonight, we're back at the fucking waterfall. So the question is, when he jumps in that car, John O'Keefe, he texts Jen McCabe, What's the address? She called him. He hung up with her and called her again. Called her back. Why didn't she just text him the address? Right? Why'd she want to talk to him? And what's the big deal? Why couldn't she just talk to TB? Is TB this guy who just started showing his face in 2019, a couple of years prior, this guy from Worcester, Massachusetts, he's so ruthless, he's so mean, he intimidates people, he's such a bad guy. Why wouldn't you just talk to him and set the record straight? Wasn't it as simple as that? Someone accuses you of something on the internet. Why can't you just go on a show and set the record straight? Wouldn't it be as simple as that if the facts and the truth was on your side? Now people are trying to separate the two cases. You're trying to separate the two cases. You're saying, well, Karen Reed got found not guilty, but there's still witnesses. So what is it? Is Karen Reed not guilty? Yes. Is she innocent? Yes. If you're on the side that Karen Reed is innocent, then how can Turtle Boy be guilty? Question. James Jackson. Rock the bike, brother.
You know, it's like, to me, I'm thinking, sitting here, and I'm like, how can these people here, when you got like a person like Jen McCabe say, I'm afraid of Turtle Boy. You got Big Bad Brian A as your brother-in-law. You know, you got Chris A, the other brother. Didn't he wasn't he charged with murdering somebody or hitting somebody and running or killing a man?
Yes, sir.
You know, these are people that have been around. My point with that is these are a family, people that have been around incidents where things have gotten a little sticky, tricky, or just even, dramatic. So to have TV come up to you at a game, you can't just be like, look, man, this ain't the time of the, she didn't even say that. This ain't the time of the place. I'll talk to you out there. They just acted so afraid of him. But I don't think it was afraid of him. I think it was just more or less afraid of the questions.
Afraid of the questions and afraid of the public reaction.
Yep.
The public perception. They was afraid of their little public perception. Why didn't Matty McCabe? He said, hey, man, what's up? Why didn't you just pull him to the side and do exactly what James said? There is options in that space, right? Like, he's one guy by himself. You got 3 men surrounded TB, and we're going to go over that video. Why didn't they just pull him to the side and say, hey, listen, man, we get what you're trying to do, but this is not the time and the space. Well, here, let me get your card. We'll talk to you later. Isn't that what innocent people do? Why did they get so offended? Because he was talking a little shit on the internet?
Didn't he introduce himself as a journalist?
Exactly. Why not just say, hey, listen, man, you got it all wrong? And if that's the case, they have it all wrong. And they know for a fact Karen did this, and they know they didn't do it. Why not come in between Karen Reed and Turtle Boy and tell him everything that he needs to know about her? And then all of a sudden, well, should we say flashlight on this stream right now? That kind of close to fleshlight, isn't it? Hold on, disclaimer. God.
But you love this place, and I gotta find her. And I don't smoke, but she does when she drinks. So I got a lot of her. And I like whiskey, she like tequila, so I take one to bowl. So just in case she walks in, I'll be good and go. She only dances a cowboy song. She let her get lost in the moment, and she come alive when the neon's on. She don't wanna leave till it's closing, so I got a 20 on the jukebox to keep it playing. Got a 20 on the jukebox to keep it on the jukebox to keep it playing. Got a 20 on the jukebox to keep it.
If you got 20 on the jukebox, go ahead and drop it right now for your boys. Go ahead and light it up. Or you go over to James Jackson. He's streaming on the James Jackson channel. Go over there and give some memberships on the James Jackson channel. Everybody looks better in green. So what I'm saying is, why wouldn't they come in between? If they know Karen's full of shit and they know that she's just lying and she's the murderer, why did they believe that Turtle Boy, based on his record? Now, let's talk about Turtle Boy. Turtle Boy is a guy who was pro-cop. He loves cops, right? James?
I want to talk. Yeah, why not want to sit down and have a conversation with a guy like this? You know, instead of run from him. That's what I just want to get into the video and we'll be able to critique it more. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
So why would they automatically assume that he would go against her? Unless you have a guilty conscience. Disclaimer, allegedly a guilty conscience.
Allegedly.
I mean, every time you turn the stone over, and it's just a simple shit conversation. Someone runs up to you in the street. Why are we acting like this was some type of big event? He rolled up to him at a game. They had a chance to confront him and say, "Listen,
Quiet game, a
quiet game." They had a chance to say, "Listen, my man, you're out of line, right? Calm the fuck down. The girl's filling you up with lies. Let me get your card, let me get your phone number, and I'll tell you it all later. All right. But in the meantime, you got to get the fuck out of here." Why all of a sudden that he gets so defensive? And why all of a sudden why? Because why? I mean, these are the questions that I want to know. And is this the question the jury going to say? And then based on if I was in my opening statements in this trial, I would say something like that too. If a journalist approaches you, why not give the journalist the truth? If you guys know the truth and he's off basis and he's filled in only on one side, why didn't you guys go to him and fill in your side? Why did you guys run from him? This is the new media. And keep in mind, right after Karen Reed got found not guilty, ladies and gentlemen, of the fucking jury, these people went on national TV to talk about it. So, but keep in mind, they went on national TV to talk about Karen Reed getting found not guilty. But keep in mind, Turtle Boy case is still going at this point. It's still going. So they had no problem with going live and talking about it after Karen Reed got found not guilty and say, we did nothing wrong. And then even Nicole went as far as to say this. Let's pull that video up. The night that Karen Reed got found guilty, ladies and gentlemen, these are the people that are saying that Turtle Boy intimidated them. These are the people that went on the news. Do these look like intimidated people? I just want to know. Because in the end, what they did here, they could have did from the jump, from the start, from the rip. They could have did the same thing that they did the night that Karen Reed got found not guilty. They could have did it in the moment when he rolled up to that game or shortly after.
Every turn. And yesterday was the final letdown. And that's why we're here.
We were just witnesses.
Yesterday was the final letdown. And that's why we're here.
We were just witnesses. This is a thing that
we had nothing to do with.
You sure about that, Chris?
We hadn't.
Came and told the truth. And that's it. This is a guy that was murdered.
Now, there you go. This was a guy who was murdered, James Jackson.
Exactly, Chris. This is a guy that was murdered. Not just a guy, Chris. This was a Boston police officer that was murdered.
And not only that, though, that's Big Bad Brian A saying that. Big Bad Brian A knows that this wasn't a murder if Karen Reed backed up and hit him. It was an accident. So why would he say it was a murder? Why does he concentrate on that word murder? Why is it going to be that? Now, if it's all said and done, why wouldn't he say, hey, man, she hit him and she left him. She didn't know she hit him. Maybe they overcharged her. Maybe she shouldn't have been charged with murder. And if they would have charged her with manslaughter, like most of us think like this, right? But no,
you know what they say with muscle memory, Jay, it sticks. And, he just couldn't, that muscle memory of knowing what really happened. He couldn't lie about it, man. I think at that point it just came natural to him to say exactly what happened.
Now, they did this the night after she got found not guilty. Why, when this was the beginning process of it and Turtle Boy confronted them, why didn't they go on the internet at any point during this journey to say what they said the night that she got found not guilty and speak their truth? Why they wait until she got found not guilty? Why not talk during the trial? Why not talk to TB? Why not set the record straight? Yeah, he said some vile things. He said some evil shit. Okay, I get it. But it's live streaming. Why go to the law? Why not use him as the missile to kill Karen Reed? Why not correct the record and put Turtle Boy and turn the public perception your way and use Turtle Boy as the missile to take out Karen Reed. But why would you automatically assume he would take Karen's side, ladies and gentlemen? That's the point. I started off the show and I said Turtle Boy started out in 2019 showing his face, but he's been going for a long time. And let me tell you something. He believes if you run from the cop, you should get arrested. And if you get shot, you get shot. This is what he believes. He did videos before that. Really, I don't agree with. And he says if you run from the police and you turn around and you got something in your hand and they air you out, hey, man, good night to you. This is his take on things. He's pro-police, okay? He's been to restraining order errands. He's got no problem with saying, ooh, talking to the police. And listen, we're not here to talk shit about Turtle Boy. We're here to talk about the witness intimidation, the character of him. So based on knowing that this dude is a pro cop, he's not a JFK. Right off the bat, you look at me, you know that I might be on the side of a criminal, right? That's just what you assume, right? What do they call us? I think they call us something. What do they call us, James? I think they call us hood boogers or something.
Hood boogers, yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So you would automatically assume, but why would you assume a teacher would automatically go against the truth if you have it in your hands? And why not give it to him if he's coming at you as a journalist? Why are you ducking him and dodging him? And why are you giving him that fuel? And why are you turning this into, do you guys, the question is, do they have any part of turning this into a circus by not talking? If they would have talked from the jump, from the rip, from the start, and they had the truth on their side, maybe this wouldn't have been a shitstorm.
Well, the question I have, JFK, if Ted Daniel showed up to that game or whatever that was, do you think that they would have that same reaction where Matty McCabe pressed Ted Daniel and his cameraman that we met that day? Would he press them? I mean, these are guys that are just trying to get the story out there. Why are you not trying to give them the story instead of press them and flex on them and pump your chest up? Well, that's cute, but I mean, we're trying to get down to what happened to Officer John O'Keefe here.
And that's another thing. Let's talk about that. So not only did he mention Karen Reed name, he said he was there for John O'Keefe. And no matter how you look at, no matter how you slice it, ladies and gentlemen, in the end, Aiden Kearney, aka Turtle Boy, always said it was justice for John O'Keefe. And he said during the biggest charges that he faces, the ones that he got arrested in front of his kids, he screams justice for John O'Keefe. And why wouldn't they want to talk to him if he's talking like that? If he's saying that he wants justice for John, why wouldn't they say, hey, listen, man, we want justice for John too. You got it all wrong. And why would they assume he would take Karen's side? Why? When everything else points to him being a teacher, a citizen, never been arrested, he's not that guy. And if you have the truth on your side, give it to him. But you guys didn't. And you guys ran. And it was filmed. And it just started showing guilt. And even if that's not the case, disclaimer, even if that's not the case, that's what it looked like.
Yep. And I was just going to say that it's not going to look good going forward. And this is your proof that you're innocent. Well, you don't look too innocent when he shows up in the film. With who was he with? Microdots, I think, was there too.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look intimidated like people. I've met these guys, man. Definitely
let's now, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, we're here tonight for justice for John O'Keefe, R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
R.I.P. John Officer John.
And we could talk about this, man, because in the end, that's what we got in this for, because we always said this. We said this for going 2 years. Me and James Jackson been going strong, right? And we're creeping on our 2-year anniversary in July of doing this. And I'll tell you, of live streaming on this topic, on true crime. And we're here. Oh, they try to bump us out the way, but we're here and we're right back to it tonight. Positivity only. If you're here for the drama, you could talk all the shit you want. Tonight, you could do that. But do me a favor. Just make sure you don't choke on the honey buns and the Oreos, okay? Settle the fuck down. But here's the deal. We always said We don't trust the police like that. There's good cops, there's bad cops. Obviously, when we speak on the majority of police, we don't trust them too much. But one thing we can agree on, that John was a solid dude. Took care of them 2 kids when the parents passed away. Switched up his whole life. He got with Karen. She was a good girl. She wasn't in the streets. Had her own job, house. This is the girl you would want around your kids. Number 1. Number 2, they did John dirty. Not only whatever happened in that house, disclaimer, speculation, we don't know what happened. I have no idea. I know Karen Reed got found not guilty. But if it is the way people are saying it, right? Because at this point, nobody wants to talk about it, right? We need to be quiet. But based on a lot of opinions, John got done dirty in that house. Dirty. And we've been saying that forever. So the night Karen Reed got found not guilty, this is what they went on to say.
It's atrocious for that family.
They've dehumanized us.
This case has been called a murder at some point.
And anyone who's friends with us support cop killer.
Sad for John's family and what happened yesterday, and I feel like they didn't get justice for him, and our lives just changed forever.
We took what we thought was the high road.
Right.
Let the court do its job.
It would take 30 to 50 people. You'd have to have multiple cops on 2 different police departments. And silly this is. And great question. I don't understand how people bought this.
I don't know. Look at your wife and look at the way he's talking to his wife right here. You want to talk about a monologue? Watch this.
I immediately thought something had happened to one of her children or one of...
So let me get this straight, Nicole. You immediately thought when Jen McCabe showed up that morning that something happened to one of your children or her children, right? So why didn't Jen think that? Why was she too busy in the back of a trunk?
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car. Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car. Because I was...
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow. 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Mass. There's a man passed out in the snow. There's a man passed out in the snow. There's a guy unresponsive in the snow. There's a man passed out in the snow. There's a guy unresponsive in the snow.
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow. 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Mass. There's a man passed out in the snow. There's a man passed out in the snow. There's a guy unresponsive in the snow. There's a man passed out in the snow. There's a guy...
What, if any, conversation do you have with her then?
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow. 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Mass. There's a man passed out in the snow. There's a man passed out in the...
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car.
That day, Carrie Roberts, she got played. Just like Karen got played. They never met. Jen, you never met Carrie. She met you that day. That moment is when you guys knew each other, right then and there. So she had no idea that was your sister's house. She's helping you to find baby blankets, a baby blanket, right? About the size of this to go over John's arm. Yeah, that will help. She didn't run in the house like Nicole said. Nicole said, I thought something happened to one of her kids. Why didn't Jen think that? Jen sees John passed out on the ground, right, with snow. Why did she automatically assume that everything is okay in the house? Wouldn't something be off in the house? Why is she looking for baby blankets? Why wouldn't she run in the house to go get the first responder? How did TB intimidate these people if these people potentially killed John O'Keefe? James Jackson, talk to the people.
I mean, it's just wild, man. When we sit there and go back and think about all this time, 2 years gone by now. These people, where was Carrie Roberts during that interview? It seems like she doesn't really, she's sticking to what she knows, all she knows from that night, but they don't really seem like they're that close. As they played it off to be in that last trial. But, you know, as far as going forward with the witness intimidation, that's it. He's got what? The first one. I really don't know too much about his case fully, so I don't want to speak on it. But I know he's got the first one, and I know he's got the rolling rally too, they said. But they never brought this up ever, too, like in the interviews. They talked about, you know, you heard them say how they were harassed and their lives were changed and this, but they never said how or what, or the case is open still and they're going to court for it. It was never put out there. They still, like you said, they never talked about it. It's just weird. Like, it's like they want to just keep it secret.
It makes zero sense. What am I supposed to do? Run out front in my underwear and start running yellow tape?
It's been made
because he was a fellow cop. By the time I came downstairs, the police were already in my house. John was already gone from, hey, what the are you talking about, Jen? And I'm like, who? I didn't know.
You still didn't piece it
I
together.
didn't understand what she was talking about, because why would John be out front of my house?
Go outside and investigate or take a look.
I'm not a Canton police officer. I'm a Boston police officer.
Wow.
Now, couldn't they use that soundbite in court? Now, in the civil case, I'm sure they could. In the civil case. Now, you're talking about witness intimidation. This is his excuse. I'm a Boston. Yeah, but the guy on your lawn is a Boston cop.
I can't help him because I'm a Boston cop, and, you know, this is Canton, so I got to wait for them to come. Come on, bro. Your superpower instincts are going to kick in. You see a man on your lawn. I'm not a cop. If there's a man or woman on animal on my lawn, I'm kicking in and I'm trying to save whatever's on my lawn. That, you know, that's just a shitty excuse. And then to run down in your underwear, yes. If you had to, pause if necessary, disclaimer, if you had to run down naked to save them, you do what you got to do, big bad Brian A. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
And on top of that, you're right. You're not a Canton cop. And John O'Keefe wasn't a Canton cop. He was a Boston cop. And if you would have got on the phone and called your boys at the Boston police and said, hey, Officer John O'Keefe is on my lawn gone, them Boston police would have been flying up 95 and would have lit Canton up, and they would have made their presence felt. The Boston police would have made their presence felt. Why didn't you want their presence felt, big bad Brian A? That's the question.
Look at the guy.
I was just woken up.
The guy doing the interview, he doesn't, you can tell by the interviewer, he doesn't even believe anything that any of them are saying. When you go back to his face.
Out of a cold sleep from hanging out the night before. By the time I came down.
Exactly. From hanging out the night before with John O'Keefe.
Right. Wouldn't you want to know what happened to him? You were just with them. And like we said this before, it wasn't the night. Like, they act like it was the day before. It was hours ago.
Hours.
Damn.
Stairs. The police were already in my house. John was already gone. There was nobody to save. I would have taken a bullet for John O'Keefe because he was a fellow cop. That's the most ridiculous question that people always ask. It made zero sense.
So you would have took a bullet for him. You would have got shot in your chest for him, but you wouldn't have ran outside to help him in your underwear. Tell me where that makes sense.
That makes zero sense. Big bad Brian A. You stupid fuck.
So you would get shot before I would rather run out with my underwear before I take a bullet, bro.
I'd rather shit my pants than get shot. I'd rather shit.
Ah, fuck big bad Brian. Hey, we're just warming up, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it locked in. Let's go.
And I gotta find her. And I don't smoke, but she does when she drinks. So I got a lighter. And I like whiskey, she like tequila. So I take one to bowl. So just in case she walks in, I'll be good and go. She only dances a cowboy song. She let her get lost in the moment. And she come alive when the neon's on. Don't wanna leave till it's closing. So I got 20 on.
There's 150 days left to the trial of Aiden Kearney, aka Turtle Boy. 150 days, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I know a lot of you guys want. There's some people in the chat that I see that say them charges have nothing to do with the Karen Reed case. Well, they do, because if they would have invested the Karen Reed case, Turtle Boy would have never been involved in this. Point blank, end of the story. Karen would have never been set up for 2 murder cases. There wouldn't have been a guy named Hank Brennan that we haven't heard from. A guy who thought Whitey Bulger was not a rat, but he believed Karen Reed was guilty. Ladies and gentlemen, corruption at its finest. We said this from the jump. You got a front row seat to corruption in Massachusetts. This Karen Reed case opens up the dialogue. I'm here to tell everybody right now, if you believe Karen Reed is factually innocent, and as much as some people don't like this guy, Turtle Boy, for whatever reason, that's fine. I get it. A lot of people don't like us. But Turtle Boy should not, they should take these charges, dismiss these charges, call it a day. Keep in mind, Turtle Boy and these witness intimidation charges on his mega motion with Betterow, they lied and said that his videos were saying crazy things in the headers. Like this video header says JFK and James Jackson did Turtle Boy intimidate witnesses, question mark. They turned around and switched it and said JFK and James Jackson said Turtle Boy did intimidate witnesses, switched our words up. That's what they did. They switched his words up to a grand jury, made a grand jury believe that his YouTube videos wished harm and spread lies, but they didn't. They didn't do that. So based on that alone, if you want to separate this whole shit, that should be dismissed. But based on what we know, Karen Reed was standing with Adam Deitch. This guy was a DA, a U.S. attorney for the feds, innocence programs. Some people will say, well, JFK, that's a political thing. He wants to get in office. Okay. But do you really think that he would sacrifice his integrity? Some people still do have that, you know? Some people still have a level of respect. Do you still think that he'd be sitting next to her, Karen Reed, if he thought that she killed a cop? Now, keep in mind, he was there during that grand jury, the same grand jury that the Fed said, hey, listen, this is not the grand jury for the indictment of Karen Reed. This is the grand jury that all you people here need to tell us the truth. And you, Kevin from South Boston, you need to tell us the truth. Because if you don't, you could be arrested. And he turned around and said, hey, now that I think about it, I think there was a 6'2" guy that came in the house. Isn't that funny that he said that at the federal grand jury? He never said that at Karen Reed's indictment, but he said it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to say right now that they need to drop these charges on the guy they call Turtle Boy. And whatever he does in his life, we don't like him or whatever, he's going to have to deal with G.O.D. He's going to have to deal with his own karma, his own shit, just like all of us do. But that ain't for me to judge. You know what I'm saying, James Jackson?
Absolutely, I do. That's well said. You know, and I think if anybody more than most people, you got to give it to us that we dealt with Turtle Boy and for a lot of reasons that, you know, we may have not seen eye to eye. But do we know this is factually wrong, that what they're doing to him? Absolutely. What's being done to him is wrong. Did he maybe make it a little worse? Maybe so. I don't know. That's like, but just going more, I think it continuing to go on and continuing to drag out. Also, what I think is these courts are learning how to handle shit that happens on the internet, as far as how this person gets charged. You know, how do we hold this person responsible for saying this or doing this? And does the First Amendment protect this? And I think they're all still everybody's still trying to figure that out as far as life, never mind just courts, but courts especially.
Thank you, Karen D. You kissed Turtle Boy's ass. Karen Malden girl saying that. You should know better than that. I appreciate that though, Karen. Appreciate that.
Good looking out.
Good looking out. That's not what we're doing here. We're not kissing nobody's ass. If Karen Reed is innocent, and Karen Reed didn't do it, and they investigated this case the way they should have, then tell me where Turtle Boy would have ever been arrested. Can you answer that, Karen D?
I'll show myself out. See y'all next flight. Yeah, that's all good, Karen. See ya.
See ya.
Peace.
James does. He kisses TV. We're not kissing TV's ass. We're speaking on intimidating a witness. The same way we talk about Mackenzie. We got a different stance nowadays. Our stance is just speaking on the behalf of the case. The Karen Reed case, whether you like it or not, the same people that try to put Karen Reed in jail are now trying to put him in jail. And on top of that, they're trying to sue both of them at the same time. So these people are still trying to get the W, and the Commonwealth is still trying to get the W instead of seeking the truth. This is all about. Have you seen a video yet of Brian Albert in an interrogation room? Have you seen Brian Higgins is in an interrogation room? Jen McCabe. They're still trying to get the W. I don't care if it's Turtle Boy. I don't care if it was Nick Rocco being charged. This has nothing to do with the name recognition. At the end of the day, right? It doesn't make any sense what they're doing. I'm against the Commonwealth. That's what I'm against, because she got found innocent. And if she got found innocent, maybe in 2 trials, even the jurors are coming out speaking, saying the butt dials didn't make sense. Even the jurors are coming out saying the timeline don't make sense. Proctor just released all them text messages. What a racist prick he is. This is the same guy we have to believe didn't plant tail light that we've seen with our own eyes in back of the Lexus 570 in the garage that was inverted during the first trial. So at the end, why try to keep this case going? Why keep this going? Why not just dismiss these charges and start seeking the truth?
Right.
And if you go ahead,
I'm sorry, Jay. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
No, you go, brother.
Well, so basically, that's all I'm just gonna say too is. Now I forgot, bro. But basically, if you want the truth, shit.
Take your time, bro.
Yeah, Karen, that shit fucked me up with her saying that, because you know, basically too where we come from. And it's just wild. So that kind of threw me off. But at the end of the day, I think about the Commonwealth. And when I think about the Commonwealth, I think about myself. I think about my friend to the left of me being in front of a judge, being in front of a CEO, being in front of a lawyer, being in front of any of those people that uncomfortable feeling in your stomach, that feeling of not knowing what's going to happen. Those are the things I think about. Now I think about, does he really have to go through that? And it's like, no. So should Jen McCabe and those people have to go through this? Let me take that back, because you don't really see them going through that, but make him go through that. I think they should go through it more than he should go through it, is my point. They should be questioned more than TB should be questioned.
And not only that, we had an expert say this in the Karen Reed trial. An expert, ladies and gentlemen. He said this.
Evidence other than physical evidence. Did you look at any data evidence?
I don't know what you mean, data.
Like data you would find on a cell phone. When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you?
When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you
what the speed of that impact may have been or allegedly was?
Well, it didn't hit him, so it doesn't matter.
Speed of that impact may have been or allegedly was?
Well, it didn't hit him, so it doesn't matter.
That lady did 3,000 autopsies. She's saying the truck didn't hit him. So if the truck didn't hit him, and the Commonwealth knows, they used her before. The Commonwealth knows what she is. She's an asset. She's not a liability. Why keep chasing a ghost? Why not drop these charges and focus in on the people who did it? As long as these charges are still going, John O'Keefe gets no justice. Isn't this what it's about, John O'Keefe? That's what I thought it was about. And that's what we're here for tonight. Justice for John O'Keefe. So anybody that got something to say about us, remember that's what we represent because they did John dirty.
Real dirty. And you know what else? We've been dealing with, I don't know if JFK really had to deal with much, but I mean, just a couple of times I've had to deal with some friends say to me, you know, why do you care so much about what happened to that cop and this and that? And, you know, it's like when you get to a point in your life, it's not so much that it's just a cop. And JFK touched on all of his, you know, things that drew us to Officer John O'Keefe and the reason why we got involved in this and everything, how dirty they just, you know, he was done. And how bad they were trying to just frame Karen Reed. So you know, we dealt with a lot from our own friends, never mind people, well, I guess in the chat, but
anybody that's coming in hot that's got something to say to us and you guys are mad that we're taking this stance, this is the stance that we always took, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what you got to understand. This stance was always our stance. So we're supposed to change it because we don't get along with the guy. There's a lot of issues that we have to figure out. Me, James Jackson, and that guy down the line, down the road. Maybe we never will. But I can assure you of this. There's certain things that he's wrong about with us and certain things he done that I don't agree with. And I'm not going to bring them up because this show's not titled that. We're not here for the drama. All that drama that's going around, do you hear James Jackson and JFK's name in it? You don't. We're 39,000 feet. We've been 39,000 feet. The things that we had problems with, we had reasons behind them, solid reasons. And maybe one day we can get to the bottom of it. And I think as time goes on, Mr. Aiden Kearney, he might see it our way. Or he might say, hey, maybe my opinion was I jumped the gun. And sometimes in this live streaming space, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a live streaming, and if you're new, because there's a lot of newbies out there. So let me give you a little bit of advice to you newbies in live streaming. Or you newbies, you new man, you're a new man. Do you got a toothbrush? Did they give you the little toothpaste? Well, me and James are on the first tier with brand new Saucony's, sweatpants. We're living large over here, okay? We know how this shit goes. This live streaming shit comes at you real fast. So be careful what you say because someone's sniping it, someone is screenshotting it, and someone's going to use it as a so-called receipt. This channel right here, this guy that's standing to the right here, the guy I'm pointing to, me and him been battle tested through this. Even when we were on the greatest, what's the word I'm looking for? When we were everybody was doing good with each other. When the movement was flowing up the stream, we still got hate because we questioned Karen. We questioned Karen about Higgins. Why didn't she just say when she got arrested, Higgins? But you know what happened? As we segue and we reached the hour point of the stream, because if you didn't know, me and James Jackson, we're the dynamic duo. We're good at this shit. So you newbies out there, are you all caught up?
But you love this place, and I gotta find her. And I don't smoke what she does when she drinks. So I got a lighter, and I like whiskey, she like tequila. So I take one to bowl. So just in case she walks in, I'll be good and go. She only dances a cowboy song. She love to.
Now, what I was saying before we went to the cowboy music, anybody that got 20 on the jukebox, go ahead and throw it up right now. What I was saying was we used to question Karen a lot. We didn't understand. We knew from that car ride, that truck ride, LX 570, 400 horses underneath the hood. We always questioned what was that ride like from the waterfall to 34 Fairview. And why didn't she just tell them? Now, I understand maybe on February 3rd, she didn't tell them. But when she got upcharged, right? Or in between that time, in between that 120 days, between that February 2022 to that June, why didn't she ever mention Higgins? But you know what? After the case was over, I got my answer, ladies and gentlemen. I got my answer. She was trying to tell him, right, James Jackson?
She was.
Now, let me give the props where credit is due. Shout out LTL Media for the FOIA. He went out and got the FOIA, and he enlightened us. That question got answered because over time, time has a funny way of the truth coming out. It's funny. Time is a funny, funny thing. So let's get into that. This is her in the garage talking to the booking officer, and Yuri cuts the whole thing off. You know, the guy, Buchanan, best friends with Proctor, who was running around. He wouldn't let her talk. She was trying to tell her story. Tell her story about a murdered Boston police officer, and they wouldn't let her talk. Tell me where that makes sense. Everybody listening. Listen up, people.
Just let you know I'm on the line with MIS right now.
Yeah, I got nothing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it for everybody or just?
I don't know. He doesn't know if it's statewide. Yeah. Yeah. It's not even opening up here.
No, it is, but it's not. I'm getting nothing.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me know if you hear anything.
Yeah, I will. I have them all out there on hold.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, man, while we wait, Miranda warnings again, just like he read to you before, right? Same exact thing, okay? Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have him or her with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you. If you decide to answer questions now, you still have the right to stop questioning at any time. Do you understand what I've read to you? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Can I have my lawyer with me, like you said?
Can I have my lawyer with me, like you said?
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Can I have my lawyer with me, like you said?
We're not going to be questioning you.
Buchanan cut her right off, James Jackson.
Questioning you. So, we're not going to be questioning you. So, you can have your lawyer tomorrow in court. But as I said, we're not going to be questioning you, and honoring your lawyer's wishes from before, we do not wish to talk to you. So
you just said you'd gladly hear my story. You just said that like.
But your lawyer wouldn't want you to tell.
Yes, he would.
A lawyer wouldn't want you to tell.
Said that like.
But your lawyer wouldn't want you to tell.
Yes, he would.
Yes, he would.
Oh, yes, he would.
Yes, he would. Now, the question is, if they would have put her in a room and had the camera on her, June of 2022, ladies and gentlemen, when did TB get arrested, ladies and gentlemen? What, someone put the date up. Is Turtle Boy out there? Turtle Boy, if you're out there lurking, when'd you get arrested?
I think it was, because he was there at Christmas. I think it was like.
Yeah, so it was Christmas or what? It was December of 2020. I think it was
22.
December, no, 23 of 23 of 24 of 24, October of 24. Was it? October of 24. Thank you so much.
Yeah, because he was there. Okay, because he was there at Christmas. So yeah.
No, it was October of 23. It was October of 23, right? Yeah. October of 23. All right. So let's keep it clear. October of 23. Time goes by real fast, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm the guy who got Davion's name wrong. Okay. So fucking excuse me. All right. This is live streaming. All right. All right. Calm down. All right. Do me a favor. There's a goal. Go ahead and light that shit up, will you? But here's the deal. If she would have said June of 2022 and they would have let her tell her story, this is way before there was a Turtle Boy. Turtle Boy would have never been arrested, would he? They wouldn't let her tell the story.
You're glad to hear my story. You just said that like.
But your lawyer wouldn't want you to tell.
Yes, he would.
Okay, so there'll be a time and place for that. Okay, we cannot question you because you are being represented, and he was very clear that we're not to question you.
So you hear the story outside his presence, but not in his presence.
So you'll hear the story outside his presence, but not in his presence. Keep going, Karen.
No, we're not. I don't want to hear the story because.
I thought you said you did.
No, we're not.
I thought you. This is a girl that's being charged with murder, right? Got upcharged, okay? And we all seen the video by the dude, right? By what's that guy's name? The blogger before the blogger. She got snuck into court. They snuck her in. And we're gonna get into that. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. They snuck her into court to upcharge her in Dedham Superior. They snuck her in. No police presence, no Boston cop putting her in. They upcharged her, arraigned her, upped her bail, and snuck her the fuck out. They snuck her. I'm telling you, this was a stealth move. This was premeditated, ladies and gentlemen. You can't tell me shit. I know. You know how I know? Because I lived it. And if you want to ask about me, why don't you ask that? There's a guy out there that does videos on me. He got my police record. Ask him. Are you out there? You all caught up? Yeah, I'm all caught up. Get out of here. Beat it. But so she was trying to tell the story and they would not let her.
No, we're not going to question you. If you feel like you want to talk, you can talk all you want. We're just not going to question you, okay? And we recommend you.
And what he's saying is you could talk all you want. Yeah, talk all you want on the bench with a handcuff.
Yeah, but he says it, but then he hits it with a backwards. Yeah, but we're going to recommend you don't talk.
Exactly. But at the same time it's not going to be recorded. It's not going to be, they're not going to take it into consideration. It's not going to be on record. Right. Because you know why? They already know the story because they're the ones that created the story. They already know what happened. They already know what she's going to say. They already know.
They knew what they were going to say too.
Exactly. There's no way if you're the murderer of a Boston police officer and you're saying you want to talk to the state police, they're not going to put you in a room, throw a recorder on, and say, "Go ahead, tell us what happened." There's no fucking way. And people in the people in the chat, you could sit there and say, and I know there's going to be some people in the chat that's going to say, yeah, but by law, her lawyer said not to ask any questions and they just going by the book. Listen, that's the world that you live in, okay? Just like, that's the world you live in. I get it, okay? Just like it's all love and it's all peace and it's a great, I get it. That's the world you live in, right? McDonald's is open 24 hours a day. Go get yourself a double cheeseburger, okay? All right, thank you.
Okay, and we recommend you, abide by his wishes as well. Most likely, probably the story because you are being represented, and he was very clear that we're not to question you.
So you hear the story outside his presence, but not in his presence.
No, we do not wish to talk to you. So
you just said you'd gladly hear my story.
Does that sound like a guilty girl to you?
No, that sounds like a girl that wants to tell her side of the story.
And the question is, if they would have brought her in the room and she would have mentioned Brian Higgins and all the text messages, we can only assume that's what she was going to say. And she was going to mention what happened. Maybe she was going to mention the car ride. Who knows what she was going to say? At that point, the investigation could have shifted. And things could have been different.
Well, it's a great point. And all this time that we've had to see, like you said, time has a funny way of, the truth coming out and hailing things. Maybe this never would have happened. Well, I don't think it would have happened with TV, his charges or anything, but it just would have been stupid drama bullshit on the internet, and that's fine. We can deal with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, right after that phone call, they drove her down. She spent the night in jail. Or no, it was the same hours, a couple hours later. They drove down to the courthouse, right? And this is how they snuck her into the courthouse. No police presence whatsoever. No Boston police, no news cameras, no lawyers, no nothing, right? Look at how she got brought into court. Tell me this ain't the most shadiest shit ever.
Dude.
This is the blogger before the blogger.
So cool.
She's so cool.
Look at her walking in. They just snuck her in.
All right.
Yo, this is never seen footage, bro.
For real.
This shit is crazy. This dude's the original OG Karen Reed, Free Karen Reed.
Yeah, he is.
This dude is the originator of Free Karen Reed. He is. This guy is the originator of Free.
Look at that shit. That's crazy. I'm surprised you never found this. Or if
Look at how close he is to a murder suspect of a Boston police officer. First off the bat, they would never let you that close. Like, there's not even a Boston cop there. Nobody, a news camera, anybody, a Boston cop to bring her in. Like, they snuck her in. They snuck her in. They arranged it. They wanted to do it quiet. Why? This is on a side street in Dedham. Business as usual.
Right. When you ever see a CEO go out to the street on the sidewalk and get her up from the car, they usually bring them in. That's crazy.
they even did.
My man was there at her arraignment in Stoughton and the upcharge.
Yeah.
So we don't know everything.
This is February 2nd, 2022.
So you'll be able to listen to that.
That's in February 2022. This is her leaving the courthouse then in 2022.
Fuck, man, it's depressing.
Now watch her here.
Alexis?
Yeah, she jumped in the. I'm gonna go to June 9th though. Yeah.
See, these guys are okay.
Look at this. One's coming out.
Oh, one's better than the other one.
Look at that van. Look at how they just jabbed. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. All right, motherfucker, get out. This dude's probably still upstate. Now the dude's in the middle part of the van. You know he's a straight skin beef, right? But look at this. They let this guy right next to him.
It's the worst ride ever.
Who is this dude coming out? Damn, an old ass dude.
Old dude.
The fuck is he doing? He's in the middle cage, James. He's PC'd up. He's in the middle.
That guy's cool, man.
He's not cool. He's PC'd. He's in the middle.
I gotta hate myself now, right? You know that, right? I'm not gonna put that on, you know? Oh, shit. Oops.
Oh,
that's fucked up, man.
You ready for them?
He's bringing more dudes out, but out the back. See, they're not going in the middle.
You guys are cool, right?
He said he hates himself.
He said he hates him. Oh, that was on the other stream. I thought you said that. Did you just say that? Who said I
Nah,
hate?
the guy said it. The kid said it. Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, how much you
Alright.
I'll bring it in one side.
Oh, for Christ's sake, man. What the hell, man? Oh, the safety cars. Dude. Oh, there she is. She's so cool.
She's so cool.
They snuck her into court to upcharge her. They snuck her in.
Now
They
that
snuck
was
her in.
after. That was
She said
after
that.
her talking. Yeah.
After she said that.
Wow.
After she said what we played, the recording that we played, that's how they brought her to court. They had a plan. Let's get her in the court, right? The grand jury, they already indicted her for the murder, right? Let's get her in, get her out. They didn't want the truth. They had their girl. They did not want the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, this was June of 2022. If they would have chased the truth, then Turtle Boy would never have been arrested for witness intimidation, ladies and gentlemen. And now we go through 2 trials. We see inverted videos. We seen butt dials. We seen people understand. We seen people call us and say things like
Hey,
this.
man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those 2 dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What
did you say, Higgins?
What happens? Like, can you look at this from both sides?
We've been trying to look at it from both sides.
And this comes out.
And it comes out
that she actually did it?
I mean, shit. If you can show us that, I mean, we've been waiting.
Are you ready to, like, put it out there that you were wrong?
Yeah, we would put it out there that we're wrong, for sure. You idiots in the comment section, I'm gone. The comment section. Wow, what's going on? Everybody's fighting in the chat? What's a war going on in the chat? Ah, shit. You guys can't keep it cool, huh?
That's not Becky. No.
Nah, that's not Becky. Becky ain't going nowhere.
I was gonna say, what? Damn. All right.
The Ducks were enough for the state police to get involved. Look at the cops; they're all gone now. Of course, they're desperate to shut TB up. Is that Lena? Is that Lena, the one that does the show? No, I don't think that's not her, right?
So.
Is that her?
I'm not sure. I don't think that's her. Who's calling who? That?
So the reason why we backed it up, ladies and gentlemen, she tried to tell Yuri Buchanek, right? That's his first name, Yuri, right? She tried to tell what happened, the story. They wouldn't let her. They snuck her in the side of the courthouse June of 2022. They arrested TB October of 2023. Since then, they had 2 murder trials against Karen Reed. Both of them failed miserably, right? Now you got all these people that got Karen Reed's back. You got a U.S. District Attorney that got Karen Reed right next to him. You got a lawsuit that she's still going hard for to get the answers for John O'Keefe. Everything that an innocent person would do to try to exonerate herself fully. But yet you still want to win and take it out on Turtle Boy. And that's what we're trying to say. Commonwealth of Massachusetts, if you want to shift the direction and you want to look for the truth, then drop the charges on this guy, right? At the end of the day, them charges got nothing to do with who he is as a person, right? I get it. Some people don't like him, but them charges are excessive. And all you guys want to do is get the win and not the truth. And as you keep this up and you keep at that, we'll never get justice for John. And that's the bottom line. We want to see justice for John or show us how Karen Reed did it. If you guys can show us that we're wrong and that Karen Reed did it, then show us. You guys have yet done that. You had 2 trials to do it. All we seen as we backtrack and as the truth comes out, we seen Buchanek didn't want to hear her side of the story. She could have incriminated herself. You guys don't want her incriminated herself? Why not? Because you already had your minds made up, already had the plan in motion. James Jackson, talk to the people.
Great point. I mean, that right there, she would have incriminated. She not disclaimer. She not would have. She could have incriminated herself, like you said, and that would be like right there. That was something they would use in court. That I've never seen anybody say that. I've never seen them take someone into court like that. Just so many things in this case, and it's like, all right, if you guys know something we don't know after all this time, show it to us, tell it to us, go on shows, go on news, do whatever you can to, I don't know, man. I just don't know how many times we have to say it. But back to TB real quick. I just want to say, people in the chat feel certain ways. Just because you don't like them, I get it, right? You know, I may not like him. It's some things he does, whatever. I don't want to see the kid go to jail.
No.
Do I think he's guilty? I don't think he's guilty. I don't think he did anything to commit a crime that he should be in jail, especially for the time that the charges, the time they're trying to give him, all that. No, absolutely not. So I don't know. That's what you got to look at, the justice in it, not the do I like them? Well, they don't like them. they don't agree with them, so I have to. No, you gotta.
And keep in mind, all that drama that's going on Twitter, that's been going on, that bullshit, that's about nothing. And you don't see James Jackson and JFK involved. The drama that we got involved in, that you caused drama, we don't see it as drama. We seen this. We seen Karen Reed get put in a courthouse. We seen Karen Reed in cuffs. We seen 2 murder cases. So when we found out that there was some shady shit behind the scene with recordings and things like that, and I'll just touch upon that real quick, we thought that was shady, because that's what the Commonwealth does, right? They're shady. So why do we got to be shady? Now, okay, fine. Maybe it wasn't what we thought. Maybe it's different. I don't know. What's done is done. But that's the reason why we reacted the way we reacted. When people started putting narratives out there with my brother here about James Jackson, accusing him of things, we wanted an apology. We stood for something. The shit you see right now, I don't know what the fuck that is. And we don't give a fuck. Okay? We've been 39,000 feet. We're flying our plane. Leave us the fuck alone. Be clear. All right? This is not no simping shit. We ain't simping for TB. Trust and believe that. We don't simp over here. This is what we came in this for. Justice, the Commonwealth, the front row seat of corruption. The same people that try to set Karen Reed up are the same people trying to set him up. And I don't fuck with those people. Period. And I've been on the side. All right. I'm looking at it as a man at the bus stop with his kids getting arrested for something he didn't even do. They had choices. They could have got a hold of him. They could have settled it out of court. They went out like weirdos. They used the law. They took the loopholes in the law, the intimidating witness. This is what the Commonwealth does. That's why that law has not went away. It's going to be an old judge, an old law that's going to bridge the gap of the generations. All right. Because some young kid is going to get arrested for that charge. The same charge that hems so many people up. That's a law that should be revised because they feel bad. It's a First Amendment thing at the end of the day. And they had a way to handle it. They could have handled it. I see this guy, Chris, now on Spaces talking.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just do that from the jump? And at the end of the day, if they had the truth on the side, why not just say the truth? And why do you automatically assume that the whole movement wouldn't believe you guys that early in the game? You think we would side with someone who left their boyfriend, backed up, hit their boyfriend, left them on the grass because we want to lie? You think that's why 3,000 people showed up in front of Dedham Superior Court because we just like a lie? No. Every time we turned the stone, from dog bites to butt dials to Kevin from South Boston's to inverted videos to How Long to Die in Cold, to taillights that weren't there in the morning, to sneakers popping up, to hats popping up, weird text messages, 11:54 a.m. text, John died, no other text messages, phone calls between them when they talked about disclaimer, the Asian's house. They had a big text thread and they talked about how the cops are there. And they were talking about everything. But you know what they never mentioned? They never mentioned John O'Keefe. They never said, wow, I feel bad for John. And that whole text thread, there was nothing that ever said any sympathy for John O'Keefe at all. All it was covering their tracks. Every stone that got turned pointed to that house. Dog being, what happened to the dog? Dog disappears. House gets sold. Not everything can be a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not saying they did it, but I just know Karen Reed got found not guilty. Let's pull the video up of TB talking to them at the game. Let's see if this is intimidation. Was there another way into this?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, some people think it is, some people think it's not.
Let's get into it.
When it was the Georgia Jones house, however, before Mercedes-Benz is gorgeous, though. It was a great place to have it, but it was just not very safe.
mean, you mean to tell me they didn't see him coming too, Jay?
Right? I agree. Sorry. He is moving.
Look at this kid. He's a track star.
And I gotta find her. And I don't smoke what she does when she drinks. So I got a lot of her. And I like whiskey, she like tequila. So I take one to bowl. So just in case she walks in, I'll be good and go.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, pal? Good, how are you doing? How you doing? Hey, John, how you doing? Fancy seeing you here. How are you? So how did court go the other day? Do you? No, I'm at a public event, so I can do whatever I want. So anyway, so John, I have a question. Did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed? Did you? Do you think that's funny? Do you think that's funny? How long did I and cold? What is this gentleman doing? Look at that, the ring's face. Hey, Jen, are you worried about what's going to happen to your family when you go to jail?
Let's go back.
Seeing you here. Hey, Matt, how you doing, pal?
He said, "Hey, I."
Yo, that shit is funny as shit, dude. Oh, god damn, man.
Look at that boss.
Oh shit. So, you gotta calm down. I just gotta get it through this segment, man. I gotta get through it. Oh fuck, bro. God damn, James Jackson, dog. You gotta calm the fuck down. Oh, shit. I'm starting to sweat, James. Calm down, please, bro. Holy shit, bro. Fuck. Damn, bro. All right. Oh shit, dude. All right, so look, but where's the intimidation though? Like, let's go from the jump. How it starts.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, pal? Good, how are you doing? How you doing? Hey, John, how you doing? Fancy seeing you here. How are you?
Yo, he said to him, I didn't realize how short you were. Did you hear that?
Fancy seeing you here. How are you?
All right. How you been? All right.
Matt, how you doing, pal?
He said,
Good,
how you been? All right.
Hey, John, how you doing? Fancy.
He said, I didn't realize how short you were. So
Yeah,
right
he thought
then and
he was
there.
gonna like hang out with them and shit. Like he came there like really rude on his daughter too.
So let's look at this for a second. He runs into them. They got no idea, right? They don't look intimidated. They don't look like they're scared. He said he hits him with an insult. I didn't realize how short you were. He says, "What's up, buddy? How you been?" I don't understand. That's the intro. So right then and there, if you didn't want to talk to him, you should have just been like, "Hey, man, this is not the time and the place," right?
You obviously knew him. You didn't know how short he was. So these were, you know, that tells me you've watched his shows before, like, or somehow you recognized him from somewhere because you didn't realize how short he was. What do you mean? How'd you even know how tall he was if you didn't know who he was? You know, it's just, oh man, the way he acted.
And that's now. Let's see what he says to Jen. Let's see if he was rude to Jen, if he intimidated. Let's go.
Seeing you here.
Nice seeing you here.
How are you?
All right. How are you? How you been? All right.
So how did court go the other day?
Great.
Hey, John, how you doing? Fancy seeing you here. How are you?
All right.
So how did court go the other day?
He asked him, how did court go the other day?
It went
He just
crazy.
asked the question. How did court go the other day? Where did he break the law?
Sorry, do you have a child on the team?
Do you?
I do.
Now, they just escalated it. They're coming over there saying she got a phone in her hand recording them. And does he got a child on the team? So all he's doing right now is telling them, I could do whatever I want. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't know what I'm doing. Mind your business, basically, what he's saying. He ain't saying nothing to the witnesses. He's talking to this lady. This lady ain't a witness.
No, I'm at a public event, so I can do whatever I want. So anyway, so Jen, I have a question. Did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed? Did you? Do you think that's funny?
He asked the question, and she laughed.
Right.
Do you think that's funny? How long did
Look at her leg. Look at her leg
What
going.
is this gentleman doing? Look at.
Where does that look like he's intimidated?
Bro, he just scared the shit out of me. I see that face pop up. I mean, TV's a little Matty M on the backup is a big guy. I can just imagine how TV felt right then and there. He thought he was going to get swung on, probably. If anyone felt intimidated, I bet you it was TB.
Exactly. There's no question that TB at that point probably said to himself, fuck, this is a big ass dude. I'm about to get lumped.
Yep.
Yo, Maddie, I mean, come on. And I'm saying that with all due respect.
Well,
And Maddie's
with
a
all
big
due
dude,
respect.
man.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He is a big guy.
When these big guys react, you gotta, like, you know what I mean? Look at him. He looks mad, dude.
Yeah, he looks heated.
At the ring's free. Hey, Jen, are you worried about what's going to happen to your family when you go to jail?
Don't touch me.
Why are you shaking,
Touch
dude?
me again.
Why are you
Touch me
shaking?
again. Touch me
So,
again.
Jen, are you worried about what's going to happen when your kids go to jail?
Touch me again.
When you go to jail, I apologize. To your children. Are you worried at all about that?
Huh?
Oh.
He don't look intimidated to me. He's touching him. He's hitting him. He's punching on him.
He's telling
Where's
him
he
to
intimidated? Look at her hat. It says fugitive unit. Her hat says fugitive unit. You see that shit?
Oh, wow.
You got the big bad Brian A hat on. Fugitive unit. Would you fucking believe it?
That must be the pull in Canton. Wear that shit out.
Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, you're so fast.
Oh, what are you doing?
How short you were.
Jen, did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed? Yes
I didn't
or no?
realize how short you
Did
were.
you?
Keep
Why did
saying
you
it.
Google how long to die in cold, Jen? Why did you Google how long to die in cold, Jen?
He said, I don't believe how short you are.
Why did you Google how long to die in cold, Jen? Do you have any answer for that?
Is that the perfect? It was just.
Do you have any answer for that?
Come on.
Miss McCabe, do you have any answer for that? Why should I leave, sir? I just have some questions. I just want to know why she Googled how long to die in cold. I just wanted to know why she Googled how long to die in cold. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'm being assaulted by an umbrella man. What is going on here? What is happening right now?
So wait, Richie filmed the whole thing, man. So he's got the OG footage, the real good footage of everything going down.
The problem with this is, right? Tell me where it's witness intimidation. It turned into a shit show. If they know, if he's asking questions, why not just de-escalate it and say, listen, it's not the time. There is a way to handle it. Obviously,
Right.
TB, the way it was handled, it started getting handled ugly. Matty M started touching him and basically letting him know, like, get the fuck away from me. We don't like you, pushing on him. If you didn't do anything to John O'Keefe, why wouldn't you just look at him and say, yo, buddy, the shit you're saying on the internet is totally false. Give me your card and we'll talk to you later. Just get out of here. Why did they get so defensive and so mad over things that are so untrue on the internet? Why? They have this is something that just turns sloppy because of a communication thing. But I don't see intimidation. I see just a sloppy situation.
Right. Definitely could have been de-escalated.
I mean,
even when
just
they
makes
first
things
got
ugly.
there, when he first got there, he thought they were buddies. Like he came to, like he was meeting them there. He said, "Hey, how are you?" He said, like, did you bring the coffee? Oh man, that was hilarious.
Well, I think at that point, someone just wrote, did he say anything? Did he say he was a journalist when he was there? Well, at that point, the dude was saying, hey, what's up, man? How you been? So he thought that he could get the questions in. He took an opportunity.
Right.
What is happening,
my friend?
What is happening?
This is a sporting event, not activities for you guys. So
This is what?
You all phone away?
Why do we have to put? We can have our phone out in public. We're just trying to watch a lacrosse game, sir.
This is a school-sponsored event.
Yes, it is. How do you feel about murder of police officers? How do you feel about murder of police officers? Okay, well, she murdered a police officer.
No, that is so untrue.
Oh, it's not. Then why did she Google how long to die in cold?
It's already been.
All right, so now he says that. Is that witness intimidation by saying that?
Well,
He murdered a Boston police officer.
I would say it's more. What's the shit that they tried to hit me with? What they say, they say defamation when they say James about my girlfriend. And, it's defamation, bro. You can't just say that to somebody with no proof behind it.
It's harassment, though. Is that harassment what he's doing right there?
I would say maybe it's a form, because he could have said, well, she's being accused of, I don't even know how you would say that. And that's what I think they're trying to figure out with this First Amendment.
That's the problem. I think the problem is as soon as it got escalated, he just got unfiltered and said some shitty shit in the said. And I think that's what got him. I think if he would have turned around and walked away right after he said, he asked the questions, he'd be good. But when this happened right here,
right.
And he said what he said. I mean, it's an opinion, but he said she did it.
Yeah.
But if that's what he believes, that's what he believes, though. So I don't know. Like, I don't know the ins and,
But that would be more of a defamation.
Is there a law?
I would say that's what I would think.
But they're witnesses, though. But at this point, they're witnesses, though.
Yes, and they're witnesses in such a high-profile case. It's like, this lady act like she knew what happened. She's like, that's not true.
Yeah, well, exactly. If that's not true, you're the one that started escalating it anyway, right? When you said that you got a kid here.
Proven wrong. Oh, really? How has it been proven wrong? How long? How has it been? I didn't hear anything. How did?
So he asked the question, though. So now, hold on a minute. He asked the question. How they got proven wrong? So he's asking.
Proven wrong. How long? How has it been? I didn't hear anything. How did it? So how was it proven wrong, Matt? How is it proven wrong, sir? How? So are you saying the forensic expert Richard Green is wrong? Are you saying that forensic expert Richard Green is wrong? Is that what you're saying right now, sir? Is that what you're saying? I mean, I'm just curious.
He called him a journalist too.
Yeah. Look at it, the umbrella. What the fuck is going on?
Oh boy, here we go. I'm about 5'8" and 3/4. How much do you weigh?
Oh, I'm thin.
You're very thin. Yeah, you look sharp the other day in court. You look great. You look great. No, but seriously, how long? Why did you? How can?
Here watching a game for somebody?
Yeah, I'm watching the game.
You're watching.
But I'm hanging out with my friends. Please don't touch me, sir. Please don't touch me. That's all.
Now keep in mind though, now he's like seriously though, he's trying to ask him like, okay, we just got through the fuckery. Now
he's on recording shit now.
Now he's saying, tell me how it got proven wrong. Let me know for the record. And they still want to fucking push him around. It seemed the other way around. They seemed like they were pushing him around. To be honest with you.
It's that hat, man. That fugitive.
You're watching the game.
Actually, I'm a staff here.
Okay.
You need to step away because I don't think you're
step
watching.
Away from what?
From the stands, and you can probably take off.
Well, this is a public event, right?
It is.
Man, I paid to come in.
And actually, you shouldn't be harassing people in the.
I'm not harassing. I'm here to watch. I'm here to watch a lacrosse game.
What are you watching, sir?
I just like to watch lacrosse in general. Villarica against Canton. I mean, why do you guys? I mean, I just want to watch the game. What's wrong with the game? What's wrong with watching the game?
You didn't know what the game is?
It's Canton against. I believe it's called lacrosse.
The police are coming. Leave.
What? Why should I leave? It's a public. Well, it's a public event. What's wrong? What am I doing?
You're bothering people.
No, I'm just standing here trying to watch a game.
You're not outside the fence. Well, outside the fence. You can do it outside. Plenty of room.
Okay, so are you like? What law am I breaking right now?
This is our facility. We're asking you to leave.
Okay,
we have
what's
the right to
the
ask you to
problem?
leave.
I'm just okay. So I'm watching a game. What rule am I broken?
You're filming young girls.
Yeah, I'm filming young girls. It's a lacrosse game. A lot of people are filming girls.
I mean, he's breaking it down, bro. Like he's standing his ground. I mean, he had every right. Now you asked the question earlier. If that was Ted Daniels, would that be the same reaction? Would he touch Ted Daniels like that?
No way. I just can't see him. I think if anything, he would try to get his shine on with Ted Daniels, thinking, and that's the thing with Matt McCabe and Jen McCabe too. I didn't know that. That's what I was going to ask you. How far into it was it with Karen? And because he said there, I seen you when you were in court. You heard what happened. So did he already know? Like Turtle Boy took his stance. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew Turtle Boy was obviously with Karen already.
Yeah, well, this is he got arrested shortly after this video. So this video had to be like sometime in September, October, early October or something. So like she was already going to court, like you know what I'm saying, for the motions and shit with the dog bites and things like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It was
Yeah.
just like motions and continuums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I definitely don't think they would act like that with.
I mean, you see how they snuck Karen in. If the way they snuck Karen in to upcharge, if Turtle Boy would have never got involved, they would have continued to sneak attack on her, and she would have continued. She would have been upstate right now. I mean, there would have been a good chance of it. Don't get me wrong. Like
it would have been a very good chance of her.
There's a good chance, man. I mean, you know, the public perception definitely helped. I'm not saying that. Obviously, she got a hell of a lawyer team, and you know, and it's not everything to do with it, but it definitely helped with, you know, getting the money up to get them lawyers, and you know, everything helps. You know what I mean? And there's just no question. You can't deny what he did, and even by him getting arrested and approaching these people and having this footage helps.
More time too. It just took it took a little more of the stress, if you will, off of that case to put a little on him, you know. And now it's just like, all right, now let's get rid of this little stress that's left and figure out what happened to Officer John O'Keefe. That's where we're basically at with this tonight, and that's where I think we came in with it. But now we see
it's a lacrosse game.
What is your problem? Why
are you saying you can't film lacrosse? Is that what you're saying? What's up? Because it's a free country. I'll film whatever I want. Because it's a free country.
What are you filming for?
Because I want to film. It's a free country. What am I not allowed to film?
Did I say that? What is your?
Because I'm doing what I want to be free because I'm a free American living in a free country. So then what's the problem?
You're bothering people.
Who am I bothering? Well, they killed the cop. They killed the police officer, John O'Keefe. She Googled how long to die in cold while John O'Keefe was dying outside of a house.
Now, at that point, right, you know, he didn't know at that point. So by law and by what you were asking, how you asked earlier, right, James, how deep was he into it at that point? If he legit didn't know that got proven wrong, why not have that opinion? Because at that point, you would have that opinion because it was on wax, right? That it got deleted and she did it. And if she did Google, can we all agree if that Google search is accurate, then she's 1000% guilty, right?
I mean, that was like, we all thought that was the smoking gun right there.
That's what I'm saying. So at that point, did he know? At that point, did he know? He didn't know. So to his credit, he's saying all these things, right? So if I was his lawyers and I was presenting it to the jury, I would say at that point, there was no information out there that got disputed. He just knew what he knew, and he just went on that, and that was his opinion. So you can't blame him because if it was true, he's not wrong.
Right. And even if it, you know, at the time, who's to say? Everybody thought that was true. I mean, you had to get a guy, you had to get a professional to prove it wasn't.
Yeah, but then Matty M said it got denied. He said it got debunked, and then he asked Matty, tell me how let me know. I want to know because obviously I don't know. He never said no, that's a lie. He didn't dispute it. I think if he would have disputed that and would have said nah, I don't care who said this and said that, she definitely did that shit. And he just went one-sided. He asked, well, what do you mean? Let me know how, because I'm not in the know. So based on that little interaction right there, I would say that's some journalistic shit because he asked the question, how to get debunked. I'm not in the know. Let me know. I want to know. And then if that really did get debunked and he really didn't know, Matt, why didn't you just tell him? And then maybe he would have changed his tune. You never gave him the chance to be a journalist. He asked, you didn't give the answer. Why not give that answer if that's the right answer?
Yeah. Plus all these other people around, all these guys that are trying to get him to leave but not helping the situation. You need to leave. You need to get out of here. Hey, get out of here. Hey, don't say, you know, there's just too many Indians, not enough chiefs, man.
These are cop killers. These are cop killers. You know they're cop killers, right? These are cop killers. These are cop killers. Well, I'm just trying to watch a game. First of all, I'm rooting for Bill Rickard. Does that count? Does that help?
Go over there on the also get inside. That's our home side.
Actually, just leave. See the fence out the.
Okay.
Is there a policeman on duty?
Okay.
No, there's not. But there's
I know
one
one
by a minute ago.
Well, last game of the year, I'm guessing this is a playoff game, right? So, just no answer for how long to die in cold? No answer? It wasn't answered in court, though. Could you answer it for me? Because I'm not a
It said it was answered in court. He said, no, it wasn't answered in court. Can you answer it for me? So if TB's watching this and people are watching this, if I can give my insight to this interaction right here, yes, he said they're murderers. But at that point, there was no answer. There was no answer to that being debunked. And he's asking him the question right there. It wasn't answered in court. Let me know how it was debunked. And if you don't let me know, I'm going on that phone call. And based on that phone call, you guys are murderers. So how the hell is that intimidate? So how's that intimidate the witness? Based on the knowledge that he has about the case, that's what it looks like. Is that far-fetched? It's not that he knows that. He's telling you, I don't know. And then if it all lines up with the timeline, back to what you said, James, like how deep was he in it at this point? And like, what did he know? And where was the motions at? If it wasn't aired on court, you know what I'm saying, on TV, and that information wasn't out, then, and regardless if people are going to say in the chat, well, he knew because he had the inside information. Well, not if it was not public information. You can't assume that he knew.
Right.
You can't assume that based on this interaction, because this is the interaction, right? They're going to use against him to give him years.
I know one drove by a minute ago. Well, last game of the year, I'm guessing this is a playoff game, right? So, just no answer for how long to die in cold? No answer?
No answer to how long to die in cold. He said it was answered in court.
It wasn't answered in court, though. Could you answer it for me? Because
it wasn't answered in court.
I'm not as smart as you.
Listen,
Yeah.
it sounds like an interview, not a filming. So why don't you?
You're not here. An interview, not a film. Well, I'd like to watch the game, but it's kind of a blowout, though. No, I mean, it's no offense. It's just not that close. But okay, we'll give it a wrap. But I just thought I'd stop by and have a great night. We'll see you soon, Jen. How long to die in cold? Maybe you can answer that question for me. We'll find out later.
This whole interaction only lasted 7 minutes. All right. That's another thing I want to add to this. This was only 7 minutes. This wasn't a half hour. This wasn't an hour. This was 7 minutes. All right. It wasn't a big deal. It was only 7 minutes of 7 minutes and 17 seconds.
We'll find out later. Bye. So she didn't want to answer. She didn't want to answer. I just want to find out how long to die in cold and why someone would Google that at 2:27 in the morning when a cop is dying on the front yard of 34 Fairview Road.
And there you go. You got to put the completeness to it, right? So here's the completeness. He's tying it all together right now. I just want to know. And if they don't want to answer that, then I'm going to assume that you guys are killers. Where's that witness intimidation, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Anybody would think that. The question is, can you get them to believe that? You see what I'm trying to say, though, James?
Absolutely. And you know, I think what it comes down to is that does he get a jury that, you know, where you don't get a chat like we kind of had tonight that was like, you guys that just want to see him in jail basically because they may have wrote articles or they don't agree with some of the stuff he says and does. I get all that, but he went in there, he asked some questions, he didn't know the answers to them, he continued to ask. I don't see no, if anything, it looked like more like Matt McCabe was the aggressor.
And he summed it up at the end, what he was doing there to his audience, to the camera.
This is all they have that they're saying.
No, and then obviously clips and stuff that he said.
Oh yeah, and then
but this is one of the main ones though.
That's crazy, bro. This is what set it off. It was like the first one, right?
No, James, he ruined people's lives from years from this. Listen, Michelle Beach, let me tell you something. We go head to head with this dude, right? And I can assure you, he didn't ruin my fucking life. He wrote 2 blogs on me, and you know what? I'm living lovely. How are you living, James?
I'm living all right. I mean, shit.
You're talking to the air, Michelle. He ruined people's lives. He wrote blogs on me. Who gives a fuck? Because you know why? I don't care what he writes, because I know it's bullshit. Anything you say about me, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. If they, you know what I mean? Like, come on. It is what it is. You're saying ruin people's lives. I mean, what lives? They're doing all right. Everybody's doing all right. If they're straight innocent, they should be all right. That's my opinion on that. Come on. We need to stop that bullshit. Life goes on for sure, Arrow. His blogs ain't shit. But whatever. I mean, Michelle, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you always get caught up in the crosshairs. I'm still going to get you twist and shake.
And why 2 cop killers are up there. Cop killers. That's what they are. They're cop killers. So 2 cop killers don't like being asked about it. I cannot wait until they go to jail. I'm going to be there. And they're not going to be able to get the camera on my face then. So they better get used to this beautiful face, baby. Because it's coming at you. It's coming at you, John. This might be the end of your lacrosse season. But there's lots of other public events coming up, and we're going to keep asking the questions until we get an answer. How long to die in cold? You heard Fat Boy Matt McCabe there. He claims that it was answered in court. He claims that it was answered in court, but it wasn't answered in court.
And he sums it up. Rules of completeness.
Shit. It's beginning, middle, end.
The beginning, the middle, and the end. Now, everybody can lie. You could sit there and speculate that he knows the answer to that, but he's telling you on camera that he don't. So either he's a fucking brainiac and he figured that out to say on camera, or he's telling the truth. And I'm telling you right now, that's what Bradel's going to zone in on. At that point, the data that was out there is that she Googled how long to die in the cold, and he was going off that. And that was the way, and that's what you would say. You would say, yo, why'd you Google how long to die in the cold? You know, if you did that, you're a murderer, right? That's what you would say. You would look at someone as a murderer. I mean, that's the smoking gun. I mean, that is the gun. That's a 30 clip. That's a ghost gun, son.
That's just it. And even if it wasn't the ghost gun, it's even if it was debunked, he's like you said, he didn't know about it, man. You can't go at them for that.
Yeah. I mean, defamation, whatever. We're talking about witness intimidation. We're talking about his First Amendment right between witness intimidation. Because that means anybody could get witness intimidation. Because there was a fool that we said we were going to ask him questions about the shit he said about you. And they started throwing around that word against us. And the difference with us, once they start talking to cops, we say, okay, you guys got that. You guys win. We don't fuck with the police.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know. Cop killers! They killed 2 cops up there. She killed Boston police officer John O'Keefe. Justice for John O'Keefe.
And he said justice for John O'Keefe, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. I mean, Jay, from what we just witnessed and watched there, I don't see witness intimidation.
He summed it up. He asked the questions and he gave him a chance to answer it. Why didn't he answer it? Or why didn't he say, hey, I'll give you a call later on tonight, man. Get out of here. You're tripping out. There was a way to handle it. He didn't handle that shit with etiquette either. Anybody putting shit in your face, touching your camera phone, it's going to turn sloppy.
Right.
Point blank, end of the story. Was it witness intimidation or was it First Amendment? And he said justice for John O'Keefe. He's there for the right reasons. His intentions, it's all about intent. His intentions was there for justice for a cop who got killed. It wasn't to go start shit and spread narratives. He wasn't thinking that. I don't see that. As much as you guys hate this guy, some of you people, and as much as you love him, his intentions was not going there to start shit and spread a fake lie. He 1000% believed in his heart at that point, and I think that's what it comes down to the jury. He believed in his heart at that point he was doing justice for John O'Keefe. How is that witness intimidation when he's trying to help somebody? That's what I want to know.
That's a good point too. E-Pags just said it. There was 4 of them. I mean, if anyone should have felt fear, it should have been him. He was asking those kinds of questions, and there's all men standing around him telling him, get out of here. You better leave. You gotta leave. You gotta leave. And he keeps going. I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, we broke down our presentation. You people out there, you guys can use it on fair use. We're here to say, in my summation, DB gave. He asked, how you doing? Everybody said they're doing good. The way their first interaction was, it seemed like they were on good terms. Did he introduce himself as a journalist? No, but Matty M basically looked at him and accepted him and said, hey, how you doing? Everything good? And there was an opportunity right there. As a journalist, being a journalist, you go for opportunity, an opportunist. And he took that opportunity. He slid right in and he asked questions. He asked Jen how she was doing, how it was caught. He didn't say, hey, you dirty this, you dirty that, you nah. And then when he got approached by that girl who threw him off his game, and he turned around and he said, they're murderers. Matty M turned around and said, hey, that got debunked. Then he turns around to Matt and says, yo, all serious, forget all the bullshit, the umbrellas, you touching my phone. Let me know how it got debunked. What do you mean? Let me know. No, I ain't telling you nothing. They still start grabbing. A mob comes around him. He leaves. In summation, on his camera, he says, I came there because based on what I know about that 2:27 a.m., that existed. That existed. And that's what I'm going there for. I'm here for Justice John O'Keefe because if that exists, which I believe in my heart it does at this point, then they are responsible for the death of John O'Keefe. And I'm here to honor him. They had the chance to answer the question. It wasn't that they didn't have the chance, and there was a way to handle it. It got sloppy. It went the way it went. But his intentions was to get that answer. And they answered it and said it got debunked. And then he asked, will you elaborate? And they would not. Sloppy? Yes. Intimidation? No. How about you, James Jackson?
Yeah, I think it's definitely could have been de-escalated. Like I said, my take, if that was Ted Daniels, I don't think they would have treated him that way. I think they maybe would have taken a walk, had a discussion. If you notice when TB first walked in, it seemed like they were kind of away from everybody to begin with anyway. You know, they could have got a conversation off. I don't know, cameras do make things tricky, but I get why he wanted to have it out. Good thing he did, because it does protect you. But yeah, witness intimidation, I don't see that. Can he be a piece of shit sometimes? Can we all? Absolutely. But jail? No, I don't think he belongs in jail.
If you believe Karen Reed is factually innocent, the only way to put out this fire and focus on the truth is to stop this bullshit. Stop trying to take it out on this guy. This guy got a hot case. He's a journalist, whether you like it or not. We're all independent journalists. If you would ask me right now, someone would say, JFK, what do you do in your live stream? Listen, I don't put tags on me, but it's very easy to explain. I'm an independent journalist because it's kind of true. We open up things, we ask questions. It's just an easier way to explain things. So all in all, whether you guys want to think about journalism, look at it from both sides. He asked Maddie McCabe, tell me. That's looking at it from both sides. He said, tell me. And if Maddie McCabe had the truth on his side, why wouldn't Maddie McCabe say, hey, listen, man, let me tell you, bro, you're wrong. You're wrong, bro. You got this wrong. And tell the journalist what he needs to know and turn the tide. Why'd he get so defensive?
Man, why'd he get so happy when he first seen him too?
Right. And another thing is, like I said, it unfolded the way it unfolded. He got a hot case. It unfolded live streaming, the internet. Things go crazy really fast. Things are being said. But in the end, just because someone got their feelings hurt on the internet, and just because things went the way they went, does not mean his intentions was to intimidate them. His intentions was the truth. And every rock that got turned over, the people in 34 Fairview look very suspect. And oh, by the way, the same guy who's saying that they might be the ones responsible for John O'Keefe's death. There was 2 trials on a woman named Karen Reed. In both trials, one of them, mistrial, hung jury, right? The other one, not guilty. So based on that evidence right there, ladies and gentlemen, maybe TB was right. The question is, why are they still going with this? Why not start looking at the truth? Why keep looking at the W? We seen them do it with Hank Brennan. The guy comes in to get the W, not the truth. He didn't even bring these witnesses back on the stand, hid the witnesses, when his job as a DA is just to bring the truth, bring the evidence. He hid them to get the W. He lost. So based on everything we said, the preponderance of evidence, is it likely that TB intimidated him or likely that he didn't? It's likely that he didn't, because it's likely that he might be right. And with that being said, I go by the name of JFK.
And I go by the name of James Jackson.
And we appreciate your time. Peace and love, everybody.
Peace.
Love this place, and I gotta find her. And I don't smoke, but she does when she drinks. So I got a lot of her. And I like whiskey, she like tequila. So I take one a bowl. So just in case she
What am I supposed to do?
The defense claimed the dog was involved in O'Keefe's death.
Those wounds were
Talking about his
they thought something had happened.
atrocious for that family. They dehumanized them.
I immediately
Came out the night before. It made zero sense.
Who had been reclaimed.
Dude, run out, save. On the out front of my house.
Go outside and
great question. 30.
Sad for John's family and what happened yesterday, and I feel like they didn't get justice for him, and our lives just changed forever.
We took what we thought was the high road. Let the courts do its job.
It would take 30 to 50 people. You'd have to have multiple cops on 2 different police departments. It's silly this is. And great question. I don't understand how people bought this.
I immediately thought something had happened to one of her children or one of my children, because why else is she in my bedroom? It's 6:30 in the morning right now.
And what, John's dead out front. I said, what the are you talking about, Jen? I'm like, who? I didn't know.
You still didn't piece it
I
together.
didn't understand what she was talking about, because why would John be out front of my house?
Go outside and investigate or take a look.
I'm not a Canton police officer. I'm a Boston police officer. I was just woken up out of a cold sleep from hanging out the night before. By the time I came downstairs, the police were already in my house. John was already gone. There was nobody to save. I would have taken a bullet for John O'Keefe because he was a fellow cop. That's the most ridiculous question that people always ask. It made zero sense. What am I supposed to do? Run out front my...
People being like, when are you coming down to Massachusetts? I'm like, everything there seems like a tire fire, and
Went back to Massachusetts. Uncle, let me ask you one question. If you had one word to describe the state of Massachusetts, just one word, what would it be?
Don't.
Don't. Don't. There we go.
I mean, I've had people being like, when are you coming down to Massachusetts? I'm like, everything there seems like a tire fire, and
never.
I'm pretty sure me just like landing in a plane, they'd call that witness intimidation out there.
There we go. That's a good hot take right there.
Yeah.
And the lights always